Hello, my name is Brian, and I would like to spend the next several minutes talking to you about long-running snapshot queries and how they will work in our upcoming 5.0 release of MongoDB. Let's pretend that I am an owner of an online store that sells sneakers. I want to track how many sneakers I have sold each day. I have set up some queries to run each night at midnight to calculate my daily sales. But a few late-night shoppers make some purchases while the system is performing these calculations. I also want these queries not to impact the performance of my system, which could lead to a poor user experience when trying to purchase from my store. Before 5.0, let us see what would occur. At midnight, I start my daily sales query. Let's assume my daily sales number is 527. At 12:01 a.m., a customer completes an order buying 4 pairs of shoes. My long-running query completes after running for 5 minutes. But my results are not what I would expect. The results happen to include the sale that occurred when the query operation was still running. This query could return either 527 or 531 pairs of shoes, so my results are uncertain. So now, let's see what happens with the same example, but this time I've upgraded my database to version 5. At midnight, I start my daily sales query, but this time I specify a read concern of snapshot. I have another order complete at 12:01 a.m., but after 5 minutes, when my snapshot query completes, my results are based upon the point in time of the data when the query first started to execute. So now my sales data is as expected, with 527 pairs of shoes sold. So, what changes were necessary to make this possible? Previously, history would only be kept in the storage engine cache. So to sustain a long-running query, you would need to have a lot of RAM. When version 4.4 was released, we changed the storage engine to write history information to a file on disk. Since history is now durable, we built upon that functionality to expose the ability to perform snapshot read queries in version 5. Snapshot queries can also execute on secondary nodes in your cluster, so you have more flexibility in isolating these longer-running queries from your transactional workloads occurring on your primary. There is also no longer a need to copy your data to a different system for performing these extended operations. But why not just wrap the query in a transaction, you ask? While true that snapshot read concern is available for transactions in 4.4, keep in mind that transactions only run on the primary node, and by default, they have a max runtime of 60 seconds. With the release of 5.0, snapshot read concern has been extended to queries and can run on your secondary nodes with a much longer runtime. So we were curious. Just how long could we keep a query running without impacting a typical OLTP workload? Our goal was to try to sustain a running query for up to 24 hours. Keep in mind, these results are from a pre-RC0 build of 5.0, so I expect these results to be even better with the public 5.0 release. First, we set up a 50 gigabyte dataset and started performing various CRUD operations against this data, processing 2,500 of these operations every second. These operations will act as our baseline OLTP application. Now, I want to take an inventory of all the sneakers I have in my warehouse. So we added in a long-running snapshot query. Remember that we do this so that the data returned will be when the inventory check began. This sneaker business is really taking off. So this report will need to review approximately 10 million individual inventory items. Our results were successful. The 24-hour-long inventory check was able to complete without significantly impacting the performance of the simulated OLTP application. We look forward to your feedback as you start using long-running snapshot queries on your own. Thanks for watching.